Right, well, we're at the rendezvous point. It's a nice Saturday morning, nearly the summer solstice as well. Got loads of daylight. I'm a bit knackered after a long Blackpool ride on Thursday, 100 mile after work. So come on, let's go and do a ride.
Hello and welcome back to another bike riding video. Today is the 19th of June 2021 and we're out on a 105 mile ride and we're going into Cheshire. So the parkour will be pretty flat with 3,500 feet of elevation gain. And there was a good turnout with 9 riders. And today we averaged 18 miles per hour for the whole ride with a maximum speed of 43 miles per hour. And you're joining us now actually live on the road somewhere between Denton and Hazel Grove, 21 miles into the ride. And this is the descent of the day, because after all it's going to be a flat ride. And so looking at the descent now, I think I'm about 3rd or 4th in line. There comes Owen on the outside, followed by Chris, and then we've got Steve and Andy on the left. Now the speed here will increase from 30 miles per hour to around 35, maybe 38 miles per hour. We actually maxed out down here to around 41 miles per hour. And it's also quite interesting looking at how much progress people can make hardly pedalling as well. Some of these bikes are really aerodynamic. I'm going there on the outside, just passing there, Lee on the left, then we've got Owen in my sights, and then just Chris just tapping away nice and lightly there. As we approach this section here, it does level out. We're going to cross over the River Goyt, and then we've got a big left-hander, shortly followed by a right-hander. But at this section the group will gather together again. Then we'll have a little climb to get up as we make our way towards Hazel Grove.
Right, well we're 25 miles in and something happened. We had a big bang at 30 mile an hour going up an hill.
It wasn't 30 mile an hour, I was on the big count 28.
It was 28?
Yeah, we were all thinking we were doing 30 mile an hour.
That were a big one.
Find the hole.
We can find the hole, I can seal it, I can plug it.
Have you got your plugs?
We were flying up here then, and there were a big bang, we've hit a pothole and a blowout. So what I'm doing now, I'm going to just go ahead here, down the road. There's nowhere to pull over for the cyclist, just to warm the cars.
Right,
Have we got anything between us to wipe the jizz off the wheel?
Just wipe it on his front of his shorts. Well, you're back with us now. The punch is repaired. Luckily you can modify the wheel and get an inner tube inside because it was running on tubeless. Is it all sorted, that puncher, Steve?
All sorted now. Tube in.
Tube in, done.
Away. Back in the peloton.
Back in peloton. Tyre okay?
Yeah, it seems fine, got a tube in it. And
Yeah.
as long as it gets me round.
Nice one.
Took 3 of us to get it on though with the tube in.
Yeah, they're tight, aren't they?
And so with the punches all repaired, we just passed through Wilmslow at around 30 miles, and on this section here we are well and truly into the flatlands. This is Alderley Edge. We're 32 miles into the ride and I think we've got Lee on the front. I'm somewhere near the back and we were moving along quite comfortably at around 25 miles per hour. You can do around here. I think at times when I look down we were doing 30 miles per hour. Look at these lanes, they're just fantastic. We're all strung out in a long line and yeah, this is what it's all about. A couple of the guys getting out of the saddle there, just keeping up the momentum. Another clip here where I just go along, get a flyby shot of the guys in line. But you've really got to put some energy through the pedals to get ahead and work your way through the pack like that. But then just look how long and straight this road becomes. It's super flat and the guys are now strung out behind me as we make our way further into the heart of Cheshire. And so just get round this police van, and this is Alderley Edge itself. And then we continue riding down the B5359 towards Chelford, and there's the signpost for it. And just shortly ahead, the road was wet, which meant it was dirty, and I don't like the look of things like that. And I'm not a lover of this bike getting dirty.
I cannot believe it. It's not rained for months and that road there was wet. Oh. We've got a dirty bike now.
What? Baby wipes.
Baby wipes.
Because aren't there some of them? Oh, sorry, Daz. Got you.
So it's a right, then a left. Heading towards Peover. Is it Pover or Peover?
Peover. Beaver.
Peaver!
Yeah, it's posh. Oh,
Here's-
it could be classed as beaver, Daz, as well.
Here's the left turn.
Over Peover.
Back on the Cheshire lanes, Owen.
Love it, mate. Love it. No better, is there? No cars,
Nice and flat.
no lunatics.
No, Mike! Where's Mike?
Oh, he's had a party.
Oh, he's been watching England, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Mike's been watching the England match, we believe. And he's not made it.
Last night.
England-Scotland last night. Mind you, when you get this video, it might be July or August.
Or more like November. So let's have a catch up with some of the guys in the peloton today.
Go on, Andy. How fast are we going?
Right, this minute we're doing 19, oh, exactly 20
20 mile an hour.
miles an hour.
Average speed nearly 18 miles an hour.
Yep.
We've done 38 miles.
And if you're wondering who Andy is, he's a regular on the group rides these days. And I bumped into him on the Lake District's Hardest 100 ride on my last video.
This is Andy. He's in our little group. How's the bike riding going this year?
Been nice, mate. Been good. Now the weather's sorting itself out.
Oh, the weather's been great.
And it's always nice to have a chat with everybody in the bunch. But then the pace started to pick up and it got quicker and quicker. And I'm not sure who was on the front at this point. But I had my suspicions, and we'll come back to that later.
Where are we now? Holmes Chapel. Now the pace has really got hot. 27 miles an hour, 29 miles an hour on the flat. We're all strung out in a nice line. It feels nice. Who's on the front there? Is it Lee? Yeah. 28 mile an hour.
Now whenever you get down here, this is something that Lee seems to do quite a lot of. He gets on the front and he really does put the hammer down. And the key is to hold that back wheel at all costs. At these speeds, you'll be off out the back. I'm just slightly to the right of Andy's wheel to get the angle, some perspective on the road. And I must stress, we're not racing, we're enjoying a leisurely ride out. And just a quick look at the speedometer there, 29 miles an hour, 40.75 miles in, averaging 18.2. We really are on it here. Another key factor is communication in the peloton. And if you look ahead now, Andy gives a classic example of this where he puts his left hand out to indicate a pothole. In fact, that was quite a large stretch of tarmac that looked uneven.
Well, that got pretty quick then. We're now at 18.5 mile an hour. Carl's just got dropped off the back. We were doing some silly stuff. If you lose the wheel at 26 and 27, even at 24, you're going backwards quickly. He's saying I can't do that for 70 miles. Good lad. Saying there, Carl said I can't do that for 70 miles.
We're rating 33 mile an hour down there then.
Yeah, I was trying to film it, but it's hard to keep filming and keep up.
Nice all that. I love it when we can get going like that. It's great.
Yeah. better than just, you know, it's, you can't keep doing it all the time, it's bollocks, but it's just good to have a bit of a blast. A blast. What part did you play in that then, Steve?
I was an unguilty party. Hanging in.
Hanging in, I'm going to say. You need that wheel, don't you?
He was giving it some gas.
Carl said 600 watts and they were off the back.
Wow. Well, we better not got to meter.
No, I don't go there myself.
Frightening.
Yeah. Right, I've caught up with the protagonist.
Sorry, mate.
Right, Lee, what was all that about?
Bit of a leg stretch, wasn't it?
A leg stretch? We passed through 2 counties. That was really good, mate.
Got to do that on the flat lanes, mate.
My God. 33 mile an hour. The average speed went up by 1 mile an hour.
33 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Couldn't see it was going blurry on the front.
Yeah. We were all strung out in a line. They were really good.
Yeah, it's a good road to do it on that.
Yeah. Feels slow doing 21 now, doesn't it?
It does, actually.
Right, we're 50 miles in. We're riding on Davenham Road. It's a nice little quiet back lane. And it's probably time for a nature break. In fact, don't look that way, Owen's having a wee. Oh, someone's having... Right. Okay. 54 miles in. On a busy A533. And I think we're near Northwich. Oh, I don't like doing this. I'm not doing that. Too dangerous.
And you don't see one of them every day, do you?
You can see now all that riding, the average speed will come right down now. It's really busy. Well, that's it, the cafe, 54.35 miles.
Any salt anywhere?
Right, yeah.
So here we are at the cafe. It's actually called Canya Bistro Bar in Northwich. And we've been here a few times before. So with the outward leg being 53 miles, let's have a quick look at the map at the route we've covered so far. As you can see there highlighted in green, the route generally trends downwards all the way to where we are right now. And the way back home from Cheshire normally takes us back towards Manchester, and on this occasion we're going to go back via Warrington and work a route across towards Bolton that will bring us back along the A58 towards Bury and our hometowns.
Well, that was a nice little cafe stop. No bacon sandwiches today. I had a really nice chicken special, some gravy on it. I enjoyed that. It's time to hit the road again, and it feels quite warm as well.
Where did you go? Left or right?
I think it's right. Well, it's all been a bit stop-starty now. We're 56.6 miles in on Marbury Road on the leg home, and the guys are just back there. It's the traffic and traffic lights. Hello! Plenty of cyclists around here. Here's the guys now. Let's get on board, come on. Far from Cumberbatch. Well, we're 60 miles in, fantastic back lanes, and then you hear take a left, take a right, and you're going left, you're going right. Woo! There's Lee on the inside. Car up. Always let people know, car up, narrow lanes, good communication. magic. 19 mile an hour, gentle breezes.
And this was truly magic. We're on the outskirts of Warrington now, near a place called Grappenhall. We're 65 miles into the ride, and there's something just so satisfying being on these lanes with a bunch of cyclists who love it just as much as you do. And I think for me, there's a large sensory element to cycling, where you can feel the speed, you can feel the air, and you're actually at one with your bike. It's the sounds of the chain, the tyres on the road. And if you're into your bike riding, I think you'll know what I mean. So there comes Steve there to the front. I've been doing my bit as well. We're sharing the workload here, we're doing some rotations, just keeping the pace ticking along really nicely. And again, it's a fantastic feeling to think, you know, I've got 65, 70 miles in my legs, another 30 to go. And the more time you invest in training, you can do these kind of rides. And that's one thing that I always say to myself. You've got to believe in yourself and that you can do it. Anything is possible on a bike. But right now, we need some refreshments, because we're running low on water.
Oh, it's getting warm now. Need some refreshments. Got the water, just in case. Rightio, well, we're 68 miles into the ride. We're going well. That Lucasade hit the spot, and we're in a place called Padgate on Padgate Lane. That sounds really good, doesn't it? So what have we got there? 76.5 miles, 18.3 average. That was Andy. There goes Steve, Owen, Carl, Chris. I can't keep up. It's hard to tell where the wind is, but we're still keeping up some good pace. I mean, back there it was 30 mile an hour, 27 mile an hour. All you can hear is the wind, your wheels, your tyres. It's fantastic. How's it going, Carl?
Tiring. Glad to be home, I know that.
Yeah, we're on 90 mile now, aren't we?
Yep.
In sunny Bolton.
Yeah, it'd be 110 for you, 115.
I don't know, yeah, you're not far off. Well, we're on the A58 now, in between Bolton and Bury. My front mech battery's gone, so I'm on the big ring. It's going to be a 53 whatever all the way home. There's no big hills really. I'll catch you later. Well, that's where we all split up now. A was that way, Rochdale, Bury. We're all about 100 miles, I'm on 99.17. So, cracking ride out.
And yes, I did get home in the end, but not without stopping for a well-earned pint. And it went down a treat.
Oh.
But if you like these videos, let me know, people, and I'll make some more for you. I'm a cyclist and live in the Pennines, and welcome to my channel.
And I'm actually in a field right now, not far from, and so the routes out to Cheshire are always pretty much the same for us. And so the route out today, we started out, and so all the routes out to Cheshire, they're pretty much the same. You head out from Milton, the guy's around the corner trying to repair the puncture.